Probably maybe my last question or one of the last two questions. It's a great privilege to have this opportunity to speak with Zimbabweans. I've got millions of people. I know our last broadcast with about 36,000 people watching. So we need to speak to Zimbabweans so they feel they properly understand and get it from the horse's mouth. Please explain something to us. How was your business relationship with Genius? Were you a manager? Were you a friend that played with him? You managed the monies, the finances, or you hooked and then you did some things together? Exactly how was your business relationship and what role were you playing in that business relationship?
Okay, we're business partners and close friends. So on the entertainment side, I was the head of entertainment. So we partnered up and started Dreams. From the branding to the renovations, it used to be called Sankai. So Dreams, that's when I came on board. So renovating and changing the whole business, we did it together. So I'm the head of entertainment of Dreams Nightlife. Yes.
What brought the name Sankai and what then drove to change it to Dreams?
Sankai, when he started Sankai, he wanted to have a Rumba club. That's what he wanted initially. So he did that, and slowly, when Sankai opened, it was a Rumba club. Slowly, he was changing, and if I'm not mistaken, Rumba was on a Friday, and the other nights, Sunday was dancehall night, where Judgment Yard, reggae night, so to say. And then, in Zimbabwe, nightclubs have got a lifespan. So when I got onto board with a few days of Sankai, so we sat down and I convinced him that we need to close the club. So we rebrand the club and turn it into Dreams, more of a lifestyle, 5-star nightclub. So him being genius, he's like, no, that's fine. I'm going to travel and see what other nightclubs are like. Dubai, South Africa. I came up with the name Dreams. So when he came back, he actually came with new ideas that he introduced to people, where you get a 5-star treatment at that nightclub. Treatment that you never get anywhere in Zimbabwe. He introduced that here. Yes.
Your club never opened, if I remember very well, on Fridays. It opened on Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
Okay. Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday is a big day. Why were you not opening on a Friday?
Friday, people in Zimbabwe have this thing that Friday we're playing Uptown. People you would find people on a Friday by Bordo Village. That's where they'll be on a Friday. And then Saturday, that's when Saturday and Sunday, that's when people will come to our club. Yes.
So that's the reason why you completely kept it closed.
Yeah, because, remember, there are overheads when opening a nightclub. So if we can't meet expenses, it's really pointless to open up. You can try fight it, but it just becomes an expense. Yes.
Yeah. 36-year-old Giminbi, a very young guy, very young man, taken by time, is officially no longer with us. I see a lot of energy, and the honest truth is probably you don't know something that all Zimbabweans know, or you have never processed this, Rimo. You were like the hot boys of Zim and Harare streets. How does this make you feel? Let's flip the pages. Let's go back in time. You were the boys. Imagine, no offense, there's an accident, your friend is dying. Those people, they were not heartless, but they are so stricken by your popularity and the position that you hold in the status that you guys hold in Zimbabwe, that they actually get to forget that it's in the middle of a crisis and they're saying, finally I found Rimo, let me take a pic. How does that feel to you? Let's remove the funeral. Let's just go back in 2 weeks in time. You are living in that life. How did it make you feel?
To be honest, moving with Giminbi, wherever you go, you won't even believe half the things that happen or the treatments that we get just moving with Giminbi. From the pictures to people wanting to entertain us. The time that we went to Bloya, I hadn't been to Bloya in a very long time. But yeah.
What did you guys call me? I thought I was your friend. Bloya. Okay, let's go ahead.
That time, I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, not that I didn't know, but Giminbi was a very powerful man in Zimbabwe. Not just Zimbabwe, in Africa, worldwide. We got to Bloya in the evening, and the moment that we've arrived in Bloya, people wanted to know where we were staying. We were staying at Rainbow, right? So we got to Rainbow, and obviously, Friday night, we wanted to go out and see what the nightlife in Bloya is like. At approximately 9 p.m., was when we decided to leave the hotel to go to our first venue. What I saw to this day, I still can't believe. I thought it only happened here in Harare, but it was extreme in Bloya. There were a lot of people waiting outside the hotel, singing for Giminbi. Singing for Giminbi. Cameras out, everyone taking selfies by the Ferrari. Giminbi. So that's the type of thing that he loves so much. Gini has always moved with security, but he always made it a point that he takes pictures with every single person that's there. He would never say no. He would never say, no, I can't tell the security. He would actually tell the security, no, it's okay. Yeah. He would be in the people, taking selfies. That man was loved. He was loved. So, to me, it was a different type of experience because a similar thing happened in South Africa. A foreign land. When we went to Durban, we went to the club. Durban, July. That's when we went to South Africa. We got to the club. So obviously he was communicating with the people that now my entourage is on the way, we're on the way. When we got to Durban, I'm trying to think of the name of the club. Anyway, they literally switched off the music and announced that Giminbi was in the building. The crowd went crazy. But it was a marketing gimmick. So in a way that, look, Giminbi, all these people are showing you love, but in return, you have to give me business. So the DJ went onto the microphone, like, guys, Giminbi is in the building and he's going to buy 100 bottles of champagne. 100 bottles of champagne. So I'm looking at Giminbi. I'm like, how far? And he was,
It's falling.
So then, like,
Did you hear that?
100 bottles
of champagne. How much is a bottle of champagne? Connect your views.
I think in South Africa, it's 2,500 rands, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's add 2 zeros to that.
Yeah, so I'm like constantly saying, and then like, relax. It was my first time in Durban, by the way.
Okay.
I didn't know that's how he had been living all this time. And he had told me that, Durban July, it's one of those, but let's just go for the sake. Have you been to Durban? Like, no, I've never been to Durban. We're going to Durban now. Yeah, so we left the club, and like I said, I haven't seen such in my life. He had made such a huge impact on people, and he was loved. Not only just because he had money, but he was that guy who you can relate to. He was a funny guy, down to earth. Because, someone with that wealth, that empire, you don't expect him to just be rubbing shoulders with anyone. But he never judged anyone. Oh no, because you're like this, I can't hang with you. He always moved with an entourage of friends. He was always around people, and he loved people, and the people loved him. His personality is a rare personality. Talking from my personal point of view, he's got a rare personality, and I think it was a gift. This is what I've learned from all this, that Giminbi had a gift.
Let's get a little bit naughty here, just before you shoot the last question. Your best unforgettable moments that you say, guys, if I think about this, damn, what were your best moments? I know, of course, it could be things that could make you uncomfortable for the audience that we're having here. But let's chill a little bit. Let's connect Zimbabweans with the human Giminbi and the human Hugh. Let's talk about your best moments that you guys have ever had together.
All right.
Yeah.
So this happened when I started staying with Giminbi. So he had been getting numerous invites from different countries. Can you come host in Ghana? Can you come host in South Africa? Can you come host in Ghana? But obviously South Africa was out of the question because he literally took over South Africa a long time ago. So
what are you supposed to host?
Just a party.
Okay.
Yeah, just a party. So I remember that morning very well. We were going through his messages, and Rimo, they're inviting us to Namibia. Ash. The last time I was in Namibia was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
in Nairobi rocks, yeah.
Let's just okay. In the morning, I think I took my daughter to school run. I left here at 6 a.m. He phones me at 7 o'clock. Rimo, where are you? Uri papi. How pengere? Then I'm doing skoro. That was his main expression.
You missing out.
Natikochi wangu. Ndakanga nokuudza sorry wangu. Ndazobvuma kuti tikwenda kuNamibia ndati bo wangu.
Vindok.
Vindok.
Oh.
Ndati bo. Saka alpha. Ndakutenda wepotisha. Ndati wangu sadaro wangu. No. Ndege ndiye is in 2 hours. Uri papi exactly.
Okay.
Ndati I've just dropped off Wandi. Passport yako iri kupi? Yati maiwe zvangu. Passport yangu ndinayo wanzi right. Chimanya fast by airport. Tosangana toenda kuNamibia ndati wangu. Koona dressing yandakarowa.
Flight and check-in is an hour before.
Yeah, ko wangu ko dressing yandakarowa chichi mota chichi yenza wangu. Hembe dzako dziri kupi? Chicha uri kuda. Ndati wangu I have to be there to choose my clothes, and you have to be there. Shaman. Shofondra my guru. Wavunze chicha uri kuda. So I found my guru. This is the lady that takes care of us. She cooks for us. She cleans for us. And I told her in short what I wanted, and she packed it, and the driver came with it. I headed straight to the airport. Got to the airport on time. Everything is My bags came. Luckily for
you paid for the ticket on the counter?
No, the travel agent did everything for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So we did everything that morning. The promoter who was hosting us were like, "Can you please send us pictures of you and Giminbi? I hear you're the DJ. We need to start advertising that you guys are coming to Namibia." I sent them the marketing material, and boom, in the space of 30 minutes, it was all over social media that we're going to Namibia. We got to Namibia. The welcome was just out of this world. Convoys of expensive cars. This is where people say if you don't understand Giminbi, you'll get offended.
Okay.
So in the convoy there was a G-Wagon, there was a Range Rover, and another Mercedes-Benz. I think it was an E-Class. So this, to me, I'm like, yeah, I know this is a welcome.
Yeah.
So the way he responded, like, "Sha, hapana Rolls Royce or something." Namibia song outside that, sha. But anyway, gotta go tamba pressure. We went to the hotel. Same like what happened in Bloy, but Namibia, the majority of them are women. So the same thing that happened in Bloy happened in Namibia. They took us around. We went to eat. We went to see just a little bit of Namibia. We were taken to the promoter's house. And then we went to the club. On arrival, shut the music, grand entrance, Giminbi's in the building, you know, ladies screaming, you know. So, funny enough, the whole time you would expect someone like Giminbi to just be in the limelight. You know, everyone wants to say Giminbi. But the friendship that we had, he would always pull me. Like, yeah, Gatende Bambere. Like, you know, Gatende Bambere, you know what I mean? So that's the type of person that he, you know. And look, I've always been on social media, but truth be told, if it wasn't for Giminbi, I probably wouldn't have half the followers that I have today. It's because of that man. He put me on the map. He's got a lot of followers, and you'd see we're in the garden, we're eating, you just post, I'm chilling with my boy Rimo Jackson, and tag me. If it wasn't for Giminbi, and this I know, I wouldn't have half the followers that I have. And Giminbi would have nothing but good things to say about me, promote me as one of his own. You know, that's the way he took.
Why do you think he was so kind to you? What is that thing that you probably think you've done for him that he says, you know what, I gotta do you good as well?
To be honest, I think he can only answer that. I always ask myself that question because in the beginning, it started off as a joke. Rimo Papi, ngatame basketball. We have a Den Pangu when he was still renovating his house. Ngatame basketball. We played basketball in the evening. We had this basketball culture that we had with Juice, the strongest DJ. So after basketball, we finished playing basketball late, 11 11 p.m. Like, Ogita saying that, no, we're going to buy at 10. But 10 at this time, I'm my bedroom, I'm beds in my bedroom. Choose a bedroom around wood and you understand? Yeah. So he made this house so comfortable. Even the people that stay here, they accommodated me. His sisters, his relatives, they all opened up to me like I was a family member. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's a good one. Last question. That Zimbabweans, trust me, this is the biggest question that each and every Zimbabwean has got today. What next? Genius is gone. What's going to happen to this place? What's going to happen to dreams? What's going to happen to the oil industry, to the gas industry? What's going to happen to whatever empire that they had? Is it going to all crumble down? What's going to happen to the Ferraris, to all those fancy cars, the lifestyle. What next? That's the biggest question, and I think you're best placed to talk about this. Just before you wrap it up.
Okay, I'll answer where I can. On the business side of things, I know the Guineans who want it to continue the way it was set up. So we continue like he hasn't gone. That's what I know. And from the assets and cars, personal belongings, that I think you get those answers from the family, you know. Those are the ones that will best answer that question, because at the end of the day, the empire was left to the family, to the father and the two sisters.
Do you feel you have a stake or a say into it as a close friend?
No. I've got no right to want anything from, you know, I was just merely his friend and business partner. So for me to then wanting to claim, no. Genius was my friend, and whatever he left behind, he left it for his family. And we're going to help support and help the family keep the legacy going. That's where we come in as friends. This legacy has to go on. It shouldn't crumble. We are there merely as advisors on what's the next step. We guide the family, and according to their decisions, we go with what the family wants. That's what we are there for as friends. Yes.
Wow, I'm stricken by the way you are so clear about what next. Did you also get to have a Ferrari, a Lambo? Do you have any of those funny cars? Do you?
No, I don't have any of those. Were his cars. Those were his.
What car do you drive, my guy?
I drive a Mercedes-Benz. Yes, a C-Class Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
Yes. That's the car that I drive. Yeah.
And you don't feel that you, as a close friend, probably you deserved to have that. Should they think of disposal?
What the family should do is what his wishes, basically.
Did he have a will?
Yes, he did have a will, from my understanding. And as a friend, I'm not entitled to any of his property or any stake in his empire. If anything, we advise the family on how nightlife is run or how the gas business is run, and it's up to them to decide, no, we're going to continue working with you. It's merely up to them. It's not a decision that I can make in my personal capacity. Yes.
So are you also running any other bigger businesses except what you've been doing together?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Or you've been also?
Yes, I'm into retail. That's my main line of business.
You've always been doing it?
Yes, I've always been doing it. Yes.
It's been a very long interview. I do thank you so much, my guy.
Thank you.
I appreciate. I don't know if probably maybe you have any last words to our viewers that you want to throw out?
You know, in most cases, you know, the last words, you'll be like, no, shout out to A, B, C, D, shout out to, you know. But what I'm going to say to the viewers is social media, you shouldn't always believe what you read or hear on social media, especially not knowing the person. You know, this has been a terrible, tragic experience for family and friends. So you can only imagine what they're going through. For someone to make up false stories that he was involved in this, he did juju, or he was this type of person, not knowing the person, is really cruel. Social media, you should not believe everything that you see or hear on social media. This is my message to Zimbabweans out there. We live in a cruel world, and something so small can damage people for life. You can only imagine what the Kadungure family is going through. You can only imagine what people all over the world or in Africa, Zimbabwe, are seeing, these things that are coming out now. Why weren't they coming out like when the guy was alive? Do you get what I'm saying? So I think if you want to judge someone that you know. Don't judge someone on the basis of social media. Social media can be really cruel, and once something starts, it can go viral. So this is my word. So, yeah.
This is your story and you're sticking to it. Once more, my guy, I do appreciate the time. Thank you so much. That's Rimo Jackson. Many people know him as Rimo. He's been the closest friend of the late departed Giminbi, Genius Kadungure. And of course, yes, thousands are still excited, interested, and so much connected to this man that up until now, today, after the burial, as you can all see in our background, people still here trying to get the other sort of Giminbi. He is an icon in this place. I don't know what's going to happen to it, but definitely it's going to be one of the places that Zimbabweans will always remember of a black African Zimbabwean who has successfully married. And I strongly feel that we need to just lay our hats off and say, well done to our fellow black Zimbabwean who has married and has managed to make a name. My name is Tonio. This is www.techmec.tv. It's been a very long one. We'll catch you soon next time on The Rebounds. Ciao.
Are you all my personal dreams?